Okay.
Mr. Peña, with all due respect, sir, may I have a moment to talk regarding what happened last Monday here?
Yes, you may.
I think at the least I shouldn't be allowed. Last Monday, for you all, the residents of the city of Miami that don't know what's been going on, I've been on this board for 3 years, and approximately I've missed about one time during those 3 years. When I came last Monday to this board to start the meeting, it was announced to me that I would be serving the alternate member after being a permanent member of this board, and I walked out and left because of my principles that I thought somebody would be coming in and that person would be appointed. Am I to understand, Madam Attorney, that I am the permanent board member?
Yes, I've been informed
May I ask?
that you are appointed
May I ask
to a permanent
who is
position.
the alternate then?
I'm unaware of who is
May I ask,
appointed as the
Teresita, who is the alternate?
We don't know who the alternate is at this time.
Okay. I would like to take this opportunity because I think the residents of the city of Miami deserve our transparency, our serving here on this board with integrity. And I would like to take this opportunity in light of what has happened. Therefore, I am requesting, Madam City Attorney, regarding the following 4 issues, a legal opinion. 1, the process on removing or changing status of an active member from an alternate permanent and back to a permanent to alternate. 2, seniority process. 3, absenteeism. 4, recluse or disqualifying themselves from voting when there is a conflict of interest. This I ask because I believe that this board needs to be, if people are going to follow us and they're going to have confidence in what we do up here as leaders, I think somebody needs to take the initiative and lead on this board. And I don't feel that that's been done in the past. I feel that in the past, when the rule needs to be applied by certain members, that rule will be applied. But then that same rule is not applicable to other members, and I think that is unjust. And I think because of this, I asked for an inquiry from the City of Miami Commission to be conducted so this won't happen again. So we will look more transparent to the residents of the City of Miami, and they have confidence in what we do up here. So we can have integrity of what we do up here, and it doesn't look like there's manipulation going on this board or anywhere else. We live in the United States of America, and we are governed by the rules of the United States of America. This board is governed by the rules of democratic principles. And what was done last Monday was not democratic at all. I have been contacted, I must say, by the commissioner of my area, Angel Gonzalez, and they expressed their regret of what had taken place. And having said so, I thought I'd come here tonight. My daughters and my wife were watching on Monday, and I was embarrassed, to be honest with you, what happened on Monday. I was not giving notice of what was going to transpire, and what happened. Therefore, Madam City Attorney, I ask you, what process do I need to do? What do I need to, what papers do I need to supply so this inquiry can begin?
As with any member of the board, I'll be happy to answer your questions. I can talk to you about the specifics of those questions. I'm not, the charter and the code of the City of Miami don't authorize a legal opinion per se, but as always, as for any member of this board, I'll be happy to answer your questions to provide you with specifics on that which you.
Mr. Gabela, what are you looking for? I mean,
what am I looking for?
Yeah.
If this was done to you back on Monday and you came in and they said after you've been here for so many years, they said that you now are not the voting member, you're an alternate, and nobody gave you previous notification, you wouldn't be happy, would you, sir?
I would be very offended by it, and I felt, to be honest with you, until you brought it up just now, I didn't know that it came as a surprise to you. It came as a surprise to me. I never knew who was an alternate, who wasn't an alternate.
All right.
But after you stepped out, someone explained to me that your commissioner, I believe, appoints the alternate. I don't know for a fact, but I mean, I don't. But why do you think that there's something malevolent in terms of what occurred? And
well, sir, because let me, if you will allow me to explain, Mr. Ganguza, why I think that. I think that is because, number one, if something like that is going to be done, I think it should be done in a professional manner, and notification should have taken place. Number two, the rules were never said how that came to be. And since none of you on this board jumped up or the Madam Attorney questioned anything, I left because I didn't want a conflict on this board. Okay?
Well, it all happened faster than I could catch up with it, I have to tell you that.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, you tell me, if it would have happened to you, would you have just stood by there and, gone on by?
My perception was that you knew that you were an alternate member. I didn't know that.
I was an alternate member in the beginning when I started 3 years ago, and then I was changed to permanent status. And that's what transpired. As a matter of fact, that's what I thought was so disrespecting. And this gentleman, I have nothing against this gentleman. I just met him, and he happens to come in, and all of a sudden, it's like telling you, wait a minute, you're not going to vote after sitting 7 or 8 years here, and somebody else is. That's what it appeared
I agree.
to me.
Listen, you and I have had our differences, but I have to tell you that you've paid your dues, and I don't know
exactly.
why you would have to be a substitute at this point. And Teresita, I think when you concluded the role last time, you advised Mr. Gabela that he was an alternate. I mean, where did you get that information?
Okay, this is information I assume was the right information, but it was a mistake. It was an honest mistake, and I already apologized to Mr. Gabela.
But on the
Okay. Sir, please.
why does our Legistar system show you as the alternate member?
I have no idea. I was not told this. I came in,
Well, maybe I'll ask the city attorney. Why is our public documents that are posted out there incorrect?
I don't know that they are.
Okay. Mr.
just precisely because it wasn't ahead of time, precisely because no explanation was given, then I have to conclude that maybe because since I vote on certain issues, which I vote for my community and against a big interest, I thought, maybe I'm wrong, I thought that maybe this was payback for maybe voting that way, in all honesty. Maybe I'm wrong, okay? But the way it was done, it's very suspicious to me the way it was done. And at the least, okay, if it was done that way, it's very incompetent on somebody's part. So this is why I think we would be a better board if we put it out there who's who and who's not. And by the way, there has been some absenteeism on this board, okay? I've been told by many that watch what happens on this board on Mondays when we meet, and they tell me that a couple of people have been absent in a 1 year given time. You're not supposed to be absent, the way I understand it, more than 3 times in 1 year. So now I say to myself, you know what, let's apply the rules fairly so there's no misunderstanding, there's no nothing. Whoever found, including myself, whatever board members found on this board not to qualify to be on this board, they need to step down or they need to resign. And I'm saying that here and now, and because of it, we will be a better board. We will have more credibility with the people out there, okay, and so on. And this is what I ask.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gabela. Madam Attorney, would you look into some of the issues?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.